My name is Seafood Boggie and welcome to another episode of Ask Boggie. Well, the question I got asked this time is a little bit of a tough question to answer quickly, but I'll give an overall. What I was asked was about they have heard me talk about meridians, chakras, auras, and tiens. Which ones exist? Some people talk about one, some people talk about the other. What is it all about? Well, before we've talked about chi, energy, and there are different layers of energy, different fields of energy. Now, in the Chinese arts and the Japanese arts, they mainly focus on the meridians. Say mainly, there's a couple of exceptions, but on the Chinese art side in Taoism, Chinese medicine, they talk about meridians. The meridians are the energy channels of the body. There are many different channels that run through the body, and as they flow through the body and they supply chi, energy, to the body. Now, connected to them and in the meridian system are the Tiens, which is the cinnabar field or energy field, which I've always seen as like a generator of energy. And there are three. You've got your lower Tien, which is just underneath your belly button. You've got your middle Tien, which is at heart level, and then you've got your top Tien, which is basically where the pineal gland is, on top of the head. And that is part of the meridian system. Now, the meridians were originally used in the original Master Usi Reiki. It was the meridian system that was used. Now, as it evolved, as Reiki evolved, and Mrs. Takata took Reiki to America, she started to use, or other people started to use, the yoga energy system, which is the chakras. The chakras, or lotus flower, is originally from the yoga, from India. It is also used in Buddha, and it's used in the Buddhism, the Buddha system of the chakras, the energy petals, the energy vortexes of the body. Now, depending on who you talk to, there are 7 well-known ones, 7 main known ones. There are then, as far as I know or I use, there are a further 5 which are above the body. There are 7 within the body, and there is a further 5 above the body that expand out. And these chakras are energy, and again, like energy centers of the body, and they draw in energy. Now, on top of, or as well as that, you get people who talk about, with the chakras, there are many other chakras all over the body, and there are channels that link the energy from the chakras in the chakra system. Now, on top of that, then other people use the system called the auras, layers of energy fields. It tends to be more in Europe, but there are other places that use auras as well. Then other people talk about the Merkaba, or Merkaba, which is a energy field, but it is also an energy tool, a shield that exists around us, but we need to activate it. There are many different layers of Merkabas, or Merkabas, many different energy systems of that type. But then other people also talk about the toroidal field, the Torah, as I know, the Torah field, which is a little bit like an apple core. As the energy comes up around, cut an apple in half, you see the come up around, scooping around and coming back underneath. And that is known as the Torah field. Now, the Torah, you can see that in our blood cells. You can see the shape of it within the galaxy itself. There are many shapes of the Torah, but there are also many shapes of these other fields as well. Now, in Shundao, which is the original system I learnt, the Shundao, which is the spiritual side, and Shundo was the more martial side. In the Shundao system, the family system, it studied Taoism, it studied Buddhism, and it would say it was very much based in the ancient arts. Now in Shundao, but also in Taoism, if you go to the Wudang Mountain in China, which is known as the Taoist Mountain, some of the ancient Taoism, they talk about the meridians, the chakras, the auras, the Merkaba, and the Torah field, and other systems on top of that, all being interconnected. They are all part of the same system, just multi-dimensional. In actual fact, what I was taught, or the way I was taught, is that the meridians were like if your body was like a piece of land, like a country, the meridians were the train lines that ran through your body. All these different train lines that ran through your body. The Tiens were the power generators, the generators of the country or of your body, different generators that existed. The chakras were more like the cities that existed, and there was like 7 main cities. So 7 main cities that existed. And then the auras were the satellites and the aeroplanes and the different layers that went off into the atmosphere. So in Shundao and in Taoism is that each one of these systems are interlayered onto another. So one's not better than the other, one's not more important than the other. They are all different layers of the same system. Now the Shundao point of view and the Taoist point of view is that the more you understand, the more you enhance and help everything else. So I'm not saying that you need to be a great master of all these systems, but being aware that they exist could possibly enhance your energy work, your spiritual work, if you're a healer. Understanding that there are meridians that flow through your body, and they are interlaced with the chakras and the dantians, and that's interlaced with your auras, which is also interlaced with your Merkaba, which is also interlaced with your Torah field, and so on and so forth. It may help. It may help to understand that there's many different things. There's many different layers. Just like there's many layers to you. You're not just a serious person. You're not just a fun person. You're not just a mother, a father. You're not just a brother. You're not just one thing. You are many different things. And so understanding that there's just more out there, it's knowing about the Shen, the spirit, is that there are many different layers. And knowing a little bit about those different layers may improve what you know about everything else. Hope that sort of helps. Hope you sort of get it. If you don't, always ask me a question, or if you have any other questions, please ask. You can either send me a video response or send me a message, and I will try to answer the best I can. So take care. Bye for now. Love, Chi and Shen, Seafood Boggie.